Hi, everybody. My name is Chris Lyon. I'm with the Film Prize, and today I have Lorna Dobson, director of the film Unicorn Poop, here to talk about her film coming up this year at Film Prize. Lorna, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So excited to have you. I wondered if you would start by telling our audience a little bit about yourself. I know that you've done the Film Prize for a long time now, both performer and now as a director. So why don't you tell people a little bit about your history?
Okay, so I'm originally from Shreveport, born and raised. I've been a part of Film Prize almost every year, with the exception of maybe like 2 or 3 years. I live in New Orleans now, and I work in the film industry down here. I am sometimes an actor, but
Hey, Lorna, I think we're losing you.
directing and okay. Let me try a different bench, maybe.
It's like it was good until you started talking, and then it was like, nope.
Oh, it's the story of my life. How is this?
It sounds good. The video is a little choppy.
Well, that may just be my phone. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we'll give it another go. You ready?
Okay. Sure.
All right.
Okay.
We'll start.
Okay.
That's okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Chris Lyon, and I have today with me the director of Unicorn Poop, Lorna Dobson. She is here to tell us a little bit about her film and a little bit about herself. Of course, as you may know, she is a Film Prize veteran. She's been around as an actor for a long time and has done, now this is her third film to have directed to be in the top 20 for the Film Prize. Welcome, Lorna. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Yeah. Where should I start with about me?
Yeah, let's just dive right in. Tell people a little about you and your journey as a filmmaker and your history with the Film Prize.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm originally from Shreveport, born and raised. I think with the exception of like maybe 2 or 3 years, I've been involved in Film Prize in some capacity. I live in New Orleans now, and I work in the industry down here, sometimes as an actor, but mostly right now as a script supervisor. And I'm definitely pushing towards the being a director than script supervising or even acting, though I still love to act, as you will see when you watch my film.
Absolutely. So, I mean, let's start right off the top with the title. Unicorn Poop certainly is a title that catches your attention. So what is it that how did you come up with this story, and how did you come up with this unique way of telling the story? I don't want to give anything away that you don't want to, so I'll let you tell people about the story and then the title itself.
Sure. So to be honest, I got the idea. I was on Reddit and I was browsing the writing prompts, and there was a prompt that was like, you discover the monster in your closet is real. And I just sort of went with that and took it from there. And when I decided where I wanted the story to go, I realized that I wanted to start in the present and work our way backwards. And the title itself, it was actually just a placeholder. And then it just sort of stuck. And the more I spoke to people about alternatives, a lot of people like dug in their heels and they're like, no, unicorn poop, that's what it needs to be. And I was like, okay, well, the people have spoken, and it's unicorn poop. So I just kept it.
Absolutely. So, it's obviously it's a story about the things in your closet, but it's an incredibly emotional movie, as well as it is one of remembering of childhood experiences and things like that. What was it like trying to reconcile, a childhood experience with an adult who's, trying to kind of process all of that?
I think one of the hardest things to do, and I'm not really sure I did it successfully, but I hope on some level people understand that the character as an adult is still trying to figure things out, but that in the end, she's going to make those steps and take those steps to heal. And I think that was like probably the hardest thing for me to try and capture in 15 minutes. Like, how do you go on this journey and then have that resolution that helps your character in the end? And I hope I did that. I think I did that, but I think that was probably the hardest thing to do, was to come back to that end and not have it feel callous, not have it feel like we shrugged off these very real things that happen to people in our world, like that it's not insignificant, that it is traumatic, and that you're allowed to take time to process and find your own journey to heal.
Well, and there's sort of a theme that is shared with your previous film, Untitled Post Baby Project, in the sense of that, like, adult trying to find their place and to try to understand who they are in their own skin, which I think is super fascinating. Is that something that you want to continue to explore as you go through your filmmaking journey?
So I don't know that any of that was intentional,
Sure.
in terms of like premeditation, but I think exploring the human psyche, and like not just saying like, oh, you have to figure out who you are when you're a kid, because I think a lot of us feel that pressure, or felt that pressure, that we have to know who we are before we graduate from high school or something. And I think figuring out who you are late in life is a more interesting story and a more interesting journey to watch, and serve to give some affirmations that they're not failing in their lives, not knowing what they want to do.
No, I totally understand that. I wondered if you might be able to share a little bit of the filmmaking process with our viewers, beyond kind of the coming up with the concept and beyond, the writing of the script. Obviously there's this casting element that I'm super interested in, because, it's no secret, it's on your poster and in your trailer. Like, there's this wonderful character, monster character who's in the closet, who's sort of a companion. Tell us about how you came up with the casting idea for who would play this wonderful character, and what it was like putting all the film together on set.
Well, so Donovan was in my first movie that made top 20, The Fallen. He played my angel Raphael, and I knew pretty early on that I wanted him to play the part, and I very much wrote the part for him. So I always knew it was going to be him. I just needed to convince him that it was going to be him. And but he read the script, and he was like, yeah, let's do this. And that was like 5 years ago when I first had him read the script. It was building the costume was really what held me back for so long, was figuring out how to make this costume, how to make it feel real, not make it look like Sully from Monsters Inc., and have it be like this original monster, this original thing. And I think we got there, but there was a lot of trial and error, a lot of experimentation. We started building this version of the costume, like, I think I started May of 2021, thinking I was going to shoot in 2021. And then I was like, okay, that's not going to happen. And then I was going up to Shreveport on the weekends in the fall, working on the costume. And then Hurricane Ida hit. And I was like, this is not going to happen when I think it's going to happen. And so then we didn't end up shooting until June of 2022, but it was all just putting that costume together and having the prosthetics and making the hands look real, and trying to figure out easy ways to get in and out of the costume so that he could go to the bathroom, when he needed to go to the bathroom, and things like that. That costume, honestly, was number one on the call sheet.
Absolutely, it does. You pull it off. I was certainly not able to see the seams, and the makeup is so really wonderful as well. So why don't you talk a little bit about the people that helped you on this project? Who were your main crew members, and what did they contribute?
Well, I first want to say thank you to my mom who helped me build the costume. And thank you to my dad for helping me experiment with Warbler and moldable plastics to make the hands and the feet. And Darla Eden designed and made the prosthetics. Ingrid Anderson applied them on the day because Darla had her baby 5 days before we started shooting. um, my partner, Jimmy, put a lot of time and energy into this as well. We worked long, long hours at our studio, building set walls and making a space that was ours. And then my producer, Laura Cassidy, I think I probably would have had several daily mental breakdowns if she had not been there just to hold my hand and tell me to breathe and to remind me that the story was important and important to tell. So,
Yeah,
oh
absolutely.
God, I hope I didn't forget anybody, but like those are the people that like stand out big in my mind. So,
Of course, of course.
and Donovan, of
Well,
course, for putting up with me for 5 years. So,
absolutely. And I had no idea that you guys built sets for this show. I thought it was all in a,
we
how
did.
many of those were built sets and how many of them were real places?
Um, so the dorm room was built, and the high school and child bedroom were built.
Wow. You guys did a great job. I would not have known. That's very cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
I will tell you that I do, there's so much that we could continue to talk about, but I do want to get down to sort of the experience at the festival. Of course, those who are watching, come down to Film Prize October 20th through the 22nd. Tickets are on sale at prizefest.com. But, you know, for those of you who are wanting to kind of dig in a little bit more and learn more about this film and to talk to Lorna, tell us how people will be able to find you during the festival, how will they be able to reach you and have conversations?
I haven't made a Facebook page yet, but I have a feeling that Laura is going to tell me that that is necessary. So there will be a Facebook page, and it will probably be Unicorn Poop. But I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram, and I'm very easily reached through either of those social media platforms. So
Fantastic. Well, so you know, it's not a strange feeling to you to win, because you did win for your film Untitled Post Baby Project. But let's just say that on Sunday, October 23rd, that giant check is revealed and it has your name or Unicorn Poop written on it. What do you do? What do you do with that money, and how do you celebrate?
well, first, I'm going to get a picture with my giant check because I didn't get a giant check when I won before. So it will be a new experience for me in that sense. Yeah. So I'll be really excited about that big check. I'll probably, make sure I get a nice photo that I can like blow up really big to put on our studio of us holding the check. And then that check is going to go straight into the bank where it will sit until we decide if we want to make another movie or if we want to send the kid to college.
Fair enough. There's a great goals either way. Lorna, thank you so much for sitting down with us and sharing a little bit of your story with all those who are watching. And we look forward to seeing your film premiering at Film Prize in October.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Last thing we got to do, you know what it is. And I know there are probably people around you, so you got to make them ask what you're doing in a minute. We're going to do the Film Prize, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. 1, 2.
Viva la Film Prize!
Amazing. Thank you so much. We'll see you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.